My goal every day is to tell you exactly what I think. That can be very dangerous. And so my wife's fear from the get-go is, like, we're talking right now and everybody's listening. If this camera went off, what I'm saying to you and hopefully our conversation would be no different if we were sitting down and just relaxing and watching a game together. So when I talk for 3 hours every morning on the radio, I try to talk like I'm sitting at a bar watching games with guys, right? That's my target audience. And I hope women are entertained by it too, but 90% of my audience is going to be guys who like sports. And so I try to be as honest as I can. And my wife's fear has been that the mob is going to come for me, right? Like the mob has come for other people. So my response, I went downstairs and she's like, I think this is going to be really bad. I think this is going to be really bad for us. And it's funny, like I've been saying, things are going so well. I said, you know what? It wouldn't shock me if we got invited to the Trump White House. My wife voted for Hillary Clinton. So I was like, you go to the White House, right? And I didn't vote for Trump. I voted for Gary Johnson. But I'm not an anti, like Trump's driving me crazy. And we were having an argument about whether you have an obligation to go to the White House regardless of who the president is. My argument is yes. If the president wants to meet with you or you get a chance to go at some point, shake a hand, you go. I've never met the president. I'd love to do it at some point, regardless of party. And she's like, no, I wouldn't go. I'm a Hillary Clinton supporter. And so we were having that discussion. And I go downstairs, and so things have been going pretty well. And she's like, I think this is going to be really bad. And the truth of the matter is, I almost got fired from my radio show over this. And thankfully, the people who were in positions of power at the radio show were like, no, we're not going to fire him over this. Like, it's not a major thing. And first of all, I've been saying that the First Amendment and boobs is a funny line to me, because if I just say I'm a First Amendment absolutist, it goes over everybody's head, right? Because it's such a cliche to say that really it's when you unpack it that it makes sense. So I thought, it's like the great line from Sling Blade back in the day, like, and I'll probably get in trouble for this, but I think like the character said, I got an issue with midgets and antiques, right? It's an amazing combination, like two things that don't really fit together. Like if you just said I have an issue with midgets, you'd be like, that's kind of weird, or I just have a thing with antiques. It's the juxtaposition of two incongruous pairings. So to me, that kind of made it funny and interesting. And so when I said it, I'd said it on CNN the day before. Like I didn't think it was remotely controversial, but when she reacted, I am don't slow down, I'm going to go full speed ahead and keep saying it. She wanted me to apologize. She's like, as a woman, I was like, it would be sexist if I was talking differently to a woman, right? But that's my argument. I try to talk the exact same to guy, girl, everybody else.
And the folks on CNN drop language that far exceeds that every New Year's Eve.
And the crazy thing was, Hugh Hefner died a couple of months later.
That's exactly right.
And if there's anybody who loves the First Amendment and boobs, it is Hugh Hefner, right? And CNN was lionizing the guy. They were talking about how much they love him. Like, how can you ban me for basically saying in 3 words the entire philosophy of Hugh Hefner, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was the pearl clutching was just insane on the part of these folks in the media. And
so fake.
And it was all lies. Again, I mean, these are people who were like, Kathy Griffin was simulating oral sex on national television on New Year's Eve with members of the CNN crew, and they were getting on your case for spelling out the word boobs.
They were smoking weed live on the air at the most recent, and Brooke Baldwin said like that she has bigger balls than Don Lemon. It's like
that's right.
I'm fine. Like if you want to, the outrage culture in general drives me insane, but that was just such frankly bullshit. Like I mean, there was no truth to it at all.